59. Again, a lot of these rowers in this U23 division weren't born yet. Some of their parents have rowed in that World Championships. As you take a look at the first race, U23 lightweight women's single sculls, the fastest qualifying time for this A final. The time of 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Australia.
So taking a look at the start list for our first final of this Friday. And like you said, Micah, the U23 women's lightweight single sculls starting out in lane number 1 from South Africa, Chloe Cresswell. And in lane number 2 from France, Justine Diaz. And beside her, who had the top qualifying time to make it to this finals, Grace Seifer from Australia in lane number 3. And in lane number 4, representing Germany, Kristen Burkert-Sculls. And out in lane number 5, Giulia Clarisi from Italy, pardon me. And from Portugal, Bruna Parente in lane number 6. So those are your 6 boats in the U23 women's lightweight single sculls. Only one can be crowned the champion here at the 2024 World Rowing Regatta.
Portugal, attention.
So here we go. The green light has been given, and we can see how each of these finalists will start off this race. You can see France and Portugal near the top of that stroke rate beginning this race.
So important to get up to your top speed as fast as possible, and then find your race pace, which you'll have through the majority of the race, with a couple of key checkpoints where you'll make a little push. You'll put a piece together, as they're all still around a pretty high stroke rate. Australia 40 strokes per minute, leading there in the center lane. Again, the lightweight division for the women. Each rower would have weighed in at under 59 kilograms 2 hours prior to this race. And another limitation you must have in this lightweight division, another obstacle, keeping your weight as low as possible. Give yourself the best chance with less weight. Australia with a 3-meter difference in front of second place, which is the Italian.
And we talked about Grace Seifer coming into this A final for this event and being one of the favorites with her time in the qualifiers, and currently in the lead, just ahead of the Italian in Clarisi. But for Grace Seifer, has been a finalist at the last 2 World U23 Championships and finished in 4th place last year, just missing out on a medal. And looking to not only medal here in St. Catharines, but make that color of the medal gold.
Clarisi from Italy won a medal at the last 2 editions of the World U23 Championships. Last year winning gold in the lightweight women's quad. And we talk about just how important it is to have other international events under your belt, facing the world's top talent, and having a good understanding of what it takes to be the top.
Seifer still in the lead over the Italian in second, and Sculls of Germany in third place. Those are your front runners for a medal right now. Not too far behind the German in fourth place, Chloe Cresswell of South Africa. The Portuguese Parente in fifth place, as well as Diaz sitting in sixth out of lane number 2. And again, with these finals, unlike what we had earlier today with the semifinals and the B finals, is each race will commence after the finish of the race prior. So we'll get to see the start of each of these A finals for the U23 events.
As they pass the 1,000 meter mark, lots of different nations and competitors. We'll put a little piece together here. Common one is 10 strokes for power, 10 strokes technique, and then find that rhythm again through the back half of the course. Clarisse of Italy, again, coming back this season from 2 stress fractures in her ribs. We talk about habits, and when you have an injury like that, a couple setbacks can definitely throw you off of your routine. Clarisse still competing at an extremely high level, now just about 20 meters back of the Australian Seifer, who's put herself in a great position right now.
Looking very calm and cool through this mid part of this race. And you can see with a great view there overhead of all 6 rowers, that gap between first and second, and Seifer and Clarisse of Italy. And there's the German currently holding third place, 30 meters back behind the Australian.
Just quickly talking about the course here in St. Catharines, Canada. The first 1,500 meters is pretty closed off from some of the conditions. You see the trees in the back there, but where the cameras are is the Henley Island. That's where the coaches, athletes are. You might hear some of them throughout this afternoon, but after this 1,500 meter mark, the island stops. There's the bridge you might see in the background there. The waters really do open up. A little less sheltered from wind conditions. Today, not too much of a big deal as you have that tailwind. We're gonna see a lot of better times than we saw Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which is exactly what you wanna see on finals day during these A final afternoons. 6 minutes, 14 seconds into the race. Seifer still in the lead, 24 meters now in front of Clarisse of Italy. Germany rounding out the top 3.
The Australian has rode a fantastic race so far, extending her lead over the Italian in second place in the final 250 meters here of our first final to start this weekend, the U23 women's lightweight single sculls.
22 years old, Grace Seifer looking to win gold here in St. Catharines. Clarisse of Italy, 21. 20 years old from Germany, but Sculls wanting to capture the bronze medal. You can see the strain on the gruesome faces, just pushing themselves through the 2,000 meter mark.
Grace Seifer from Australia is going to come home with gold in the U23 women's lightweight single sculls, and doing it in dominating fashion as she crosses the finish line in first place, second to the Italian Clarisse and the German Sculls to finish in third place. Those are your podium finishers. But Grace Seifer, after missing the top 3 in the last 2 World Championships, wins gold here in St. Catharines.
Germany put up a huge fight there, just only half a second behind Italy for the bronze medal. See, second place for Italy, Clarisse. After winning a medal at the last 2 editions of the U23 Championships, she will add another one to the trophy case here in 2024.
And the first medal for the German rower, Kurt Sculls, wins bronze. Grace Seifer will win the U23 women's lightweight single sculls and will give Australia their first gold here at the 2024 World Rowing Championships.